with it. Shot from him comes in, still loose. Ball still poking around, and out of the corner it goes for Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth moves it down the length of the floor for an icing call. And so we'll get a whistle with 9:20 to go here from the Murraysville Sports Zone. The finals game between the Apollo Hockey Club and the Greyhounds. If you've been with us all weekend long, thanks for sticking with us. If this is the first game you're watching, thanks for joining in. You've missed a fantastic weekend of ball hockey, hockey and sneakers. Face-off control by the Greyhounds. There's Henry, taken away by Matt Altamar. Working in, Altamar had a goal earlier in this game, or rather day. Bakunowicz had the game winner in their earlier win. Behind the net, it's Hollingsworth still on the rink. And Henry flips it up. That one will go down the length of the ice. And they're able to get another icing call against them are the Greyhounds. Put them at a severe disadvantage. They're still unable to change. 8:57 to go in period one. Brennan Krause to take the offensive zone face-off. Against Corey Wilson. Jam-packed Murraysville Sports Zone today. It's filling up for our men's final. Hollingsworth controls off a defensive zone draw win for the Greyhounds. Hollingsworth looking, has some room, backhand pass to Consalvo, and that one jumps out of play on the far side in the Apollo bench. Apollo coming out with this Krause, Phillips, Callahan line. Nick Phillips has been a disruptive body so far for Apollo. And Jared Spear and Tommy Tedesco, this defensive pairing that's been together all weekend long. Now Krause working it up. There's Carnevale. Tracking back on it. 8:21 to go in period one. Up the middle it goes for Gregory. Gregory chips it deeper for Cyan. Icing called, but waved off because Cyan got there first. Pass through, eludes the stick of Paraschetti. Now Callahan working in, has a step. Callahan on the forehand and a shoulder pad save from Davis. Callahan's got it back. Looking for Phillips, stick by Consalvo. Now working it to the point for Spear, works it a little bit deeper, and the Greyhounds are going to have a break. Here comes Consalvo, the stick by Tedesco. Interrupted things a little bit, and the blocker saved by Carter as Tedesco now makes a run at things. Paraschetti works it to Consalvo, trying to get it back through the middle to Paraschetti. It goes into the corner. Tedesco underneath for Krause. Stick lost from Phillips, no call. And now Jared Spear. Pass interrupted by the Greyhounds. And here they go in with Jake Miller. But Chavez of Apollo is able to work it away. Now Steinberg with it. Cross rink pass to DeVito. Up and in for Griffin. Now it's Malilo on it. Back for Andes. 3 minutes gone in the first period of this Men's Elite Championship game. First ever here from Murraysville, Pennsylvania. Andy's playing pitch and catch with his teammate R.J. Gibbs. Now Malilo gets a touch on it, and they'll look to break it out. Working it up the wall. Now a tip off of Donald Kleckner, and he'll chase it in. Steals it off of Steinberg. Kleckner working. Behind the net he goes on the backhand, comes out to his forehand off the side of the post. And back out, glove down by Melillo. Working it out past center are the Greyhounds. Miller and Morrow are there. Now Kleckner. Active sticks there. Wilson's able to steal it away, and Archambault goes underneath the net as Wysong blows a tire in the middle of the zone. Wilson, slap shot, misses the net. Behind it goes. Andes is able to retrieve it there for Apollo, and back comes Wysong. Consalvo able to keep it, kick it in there right at the line, but Apollo possesses in the defensive zone. Greyhounds going with a real light 1-2-2 right now. No pressure as Mike Malloy stands by. 5:19 to go in period one, still scoreless as that pass is outletted to Consalvo. Rather, Altamar. Now Wysong. Back to Altamar. Dancing through. Wysong finds it, tries to spin it across to Callahan, but Consalvo was able to read it and whip it out to safety. Halfway through period one, still scoreless, Apollo and the Greyhounds. If you missed it, it was Chelsea Monahan of the Angels who gave them the win over the defending champion Orcas on the women's side. Wysong playing pitch and catch there. Working it up now. Altamar whipping one towards the net. And Wysong recovers it. It's Matt Altamar. Wysong, slap shot blocked by Wilson. Another one. Pulls, shoots over the net. Here comes Mike Henry back the other way, but Kunowitz gloves it down and dumps it back in for Apollo. Now Consalvo up, intercepted by Hilliard. 4-on-3 now for the Apollo Hockey Club, and a shot there from Callahan is patted away by Davis. And the Greyhounds are able to get a change as Bakunowitz and Holman, the defensive pairing out there right now for Apollo, and Holman makes a crucial error. There was a stick there from Hilliard, just missed it, and it will go back down for icing. But Karak Davis has made a number of good stops for this Greyhounds team. Apollo Hockey Club out shooting the Greyhounds 5-1. 3:48 to go in a scoreless first period. Wins it back, Steinberg the shot, catches Carter up high, and it goes into the corner where Bakunowitz has to spin it around. It's Parker McCall, the first on it for the Greyhounds. Now Matt Altamar, and Hilliard is able to recover for the Apollo Hockey Club. Now Bakunowitz centering pass to Hilliard, trying to catch his seam there, but Steinberg was able to steal it away. Kilcourse lost his stick. It went all the way up in the air. Kwasny lifted it, and now here he comes back into the offensive zone, trying to push one towards the middle. Give and go with Altamar, and he pushed it wide. Steinberg now staying close to Kwasny. Holman in the corner over there with Altamar. And chipped up ahead in the direction of McCall. Trying a lead pass. It was Tristan Hofstrom on it. And the Greyhounds will make a change. Now Spear looking for an outlet pass to Kleckner. It's picked off by Paraschetti, who moves into the zone quickly. Now Holman hands one down and gets a pass off to Kwasny. Kwasny and Kleckner moving for Apollo. Archambault close on Kwasny, uses a stick and gets it off to Cody Hollingsworth. They'll hold it. 2:12 left to go in period one. As Steve Gregory tries to work it up, it's turned over to Apollo momentarily. They might have some numbers going the other way, and it looked like Hollingsworth was offside on the far side, and the referee caught it. So a whistle on what would have been a 3-on-1 break. Huge break for Apollo with 1:59 to go in a scoreless first period. Neutral zone face-off. Steve Gregory there against Brennan Krause of Apollo. Cyan works it forward initially, now gets it back. Sticks working there, and Nick Phillips is in on the forecheck. Looking to get it past Consalvo. He does behind the net. Phillips works it for Krause, the far side corner. Krause looks, holds, rolls off his stick to Andes. Andy's now working it in on the left side on the forehand. And he's able to score! Nick Phillips, after Andy's put it in front, puts it home. And the Apollo Hockey Club lead here in the first period with 1.5 minutes to go. Talked about the disruption that Nick Phillips has been for this Apollo Hockey Club team, and it's just a shot put on by Andes that never makes it through. And Phillips is able to find the loose change. It kind of hops in off of Paraschetti's stick as well. But nevertheless, it's a 1-0 lead for the Apollo Hockey Club over the Greyhounds as DeVito dumps one in with 1:23 to go in the first period. Bounces past Morrow. Now Krause working. Back out here with this Phillips-Krause-Callahan line. Krause down the middle. He shoots. And Davis couldn't find it initially, but it was in his padding. So a save and a whistle in a period that's been all Apollo Hockey Club. They lead on the shot total 7-2 here in the first. 1:13 to go. Shot there by Volpe over the net. JT Volpe had the first goal in the semifinal matchup for Apollo. Volpe working hard and pressuring DeVito. That one's able to squeak up the wall, however, and Griffin runs after it. Bakunowicz back for the Apollo Hockey Club. Stand still there. Now Morrow's able to get it away to Griffin. 45 seconds left to go in the first. RJ Gibbs gets on it there for Apollo, and it squeaks over the wall. And we'll have a face-off in the Greyhounds offensive zone with 40.7 ticks left. There was a little pushing, shoving, extracurricular after the play. Smack talk between the two teams, as expected here in a finals matchup. Apollo up 1-0. Face-off there, never hit the ground. Corey Wilson and Caden Wysong got their sticks in there. Face-off controlled by the Greyhounds. Wilson took it forward, spins one to the net, and Carter's there to cover up. Sneaky shot, that's what Corey Wilson likes to do. He had 2 goals in that earlier matchup for the Greyhounds, both on the power play. 35.8 seconds to go. Face-off controlled in front. Malloy's there. It's in! Corey Wilson comes across and slams it home to tie the game in the waning seconds of period number 1. Malloy and Wilson both there, but it was Wilson who got the last touch. Corey Wilson has been fantastic in this regular season and specifically on this championship Sunday. One tie, 31 seconds left to go in the first period. Chip in. There's Mike Henry following it up. Wysong battling with him there. Wilson tries to put it in front again, and the pad of Carter saves it. Now Joe Malilo carrying up through the neutral zone, and it's turned back over. 3-on-2 coming. Mike Henry might have a step, and Andes comes in. Diving play to break it up. Now over to Wilson. Slap shot off the blocker of Carter. 2 seconds and 1 in the period. Wilson's going to have a last-second opportunity into the body of Caden Wysong, and that will do it for an eventful first period here from Murraysville, Pennsylvania. The Apollos strike first, but it's Corey Wilson, the Greyhounds, hounding the net, and we'll take a look at a couple of those highlights before we go to break. Here's the first goal by Apollo. Nick Phillips gets the credit for it. And on the other end, it's Corey Wilson. Who else? He scored 2 goals in that earlier matchup and gets the Greyhounds on the board first, right around the mouth of the goal. When we come back in just a minute, we'll have second period action in a 1-1 tie from the final game, the Men's Elite NBHL Final.
What is it?
My new boyfriend. So sweet. Look what he just sent me.
Ooh, that's a lovely view. Huh?
What are you two looking at?
Tip pick.
What did you say?
Tip pick. Tickets to the show with no hidden fees.
TickPick, the only major no-fee ticket site with the same seats at better prices.
I love being a part of it because I am a player, I'm a coach, I'm a referee.
Ball hockey is so much more accessible to the average person if you've never played hockey before.
People look at it and like, oh, you just play, it's for hockey player, play the feed. It doesn't take skill to play. It takes skill to play.
We get excited, people get happy, there's fight, there's everything in it.
It's different.
It's fun.
Fast-paced.
Electric.
I mean, anyone can play.
Second period just about to get underway here from Murraysville, Pennsylvania. The NBHL Men's Elite Final, the first of its kind. And it's a tied game between the Apollo Hockey Club and the Greyhounds. Goals by Nick Phillips and Corey Wilson has us tied, and they've kicked Steve Gregory out of the face-off circle. And we're underway. Carnevale able to push things up. Finds Jared Spear of Apollo right there. Now Steve Gregory moving things the other way for Faraschetti. Faraschetti trying to push the narrative there for the Greyhounds, but it's taken away by Holman. And there's a high stick coming up to Faraschetti as that one comes in on Davis. A high sticking call. And Apollo will be on the power play. Is Faraschetti, I don't even think realized he's going to the penalty box, but we'll take a look at it right here. Oh my goodness. A good self-fake from Brett Holman right there. It didn't seem like he got anywhere close to the face. Stick was active though and up in the area. Great look from our broadcast crew here on that. Shot quickly from Apollo, it's blocked. Off to the side, Cyan's able to clear it down the full length of the floor with 1:22 to go here on the penalty now. They'll look to set up with Krause. He'll dump it in quickly. They're offsides. 3 of them jumped way early. And so that face-off will end up going all the way down the ice. Floor, rather. Or at least that's what the Greyhounds wanted to happen. It'll end up right outside the neutral zone with 1:10 to go on this power play for Apollo. Now it's Cyan working his way in on the penalty kill. He's been fantastic in this area so far today for the Greyhounds. Getting up in his face is Wysong, and we're going to get a penalty call way late after the play had happened, but Caden Wysong gets the high stick. And that ends the power play just like that for Apollo. Taking a look at it here, Cyan was able to get down, and then the stick from Wysong got up in Cyan's face. He kind of pulled it away, and it's Wysong who ends up with the infraction. 57 seconds of 4-on-4, then the Greyhounds will get a 33-second power play. Face-off one forward there by Apollo. It drops and stays in play. Carnevale races after it. Works it around the net for Consalvo. Consalvo chips it up ahead for Kilcourse. Referee's hands up for icing, but he's able to beat it and negate it. Now Krause chips it ahead in the direction of Malilo. It's stolen away by Consalvo. He'll have a chance on the rush on the right side, and Carter drops and uses the pad. Now Apollo the other way with Callahan, and Carnevale is able to get back on the back check. 23 seconds left of the 4-on-4. Jordan Kilcourse sprinting ahead as Krause's able to get to it. Brennan Krause now behind the net. 7 seconds left of this 4-on-4. Nick Phillips the shot that's blocked by Carnevale, and it goes to the corner for Andy's. Power play now for the Greyhounds. Malloy and Wilson chasing as they go all the way back to Malilo smartly and try to kill off whatever time is remaining. 20 seconds left on this power play for the Greyhounds. And a full-length clear. Just 12 seconds left on this power play for the team in gray. And that will end up doing it as Caden Wysong is able to jump back over. No chances there for either team on their power plays. As Wilson has it now. Corey Wilson, slap shot wide of the net. Now Henry. Mike Henry tries to hit Hollingsworth, and it eludes his stick. Hollingsworth whips one at the net, and Carter makes a pad save. Now it's Mike Henry. Henry puts one towards the cage, and it goes well high. Now Wilson keeps it low with Malloy. Malloy circling up to Archambault, slap shot, and it's off the pad of Carter and out. Now Krause goes the other way with Wysong, who is offsides by about 3 steps. Wysong would have been in on a clean break, but instead an offside call with 6:51 to go in the second period, a 1-1 score. Take a look at this one. Wysong, yep, way offside there, but would have had a clean break as Henry was a couple steps behind. Paulo brings out a line of Volpe, Gibbs, and Chavez. Tedesco and Spear, the defenseman. Gibbs wins the face-off back to Jared Spear, who gains the zone offside as Chavez was a couple steps ahead that time. Another quick whistle with 6:46 left to go in period 2. Evened up score 1-1. And it's moved back. Jared Spear now works it in. It's DeVito on it. Spinning it underneath for Steinberg. Steinberg up for Gregory, the captain. But it's turned back over to Apollo. Now Gibbs with it, trying to work it down low. Paraschetti ends up with it and chips it ahead for Cyan. It's going to be icing if he can't get to it, and he can't. Even with all the speed that Steve Cyan has, he was unable to catch up to it on a diving attempt, and the Greyhounds are unable to change. Holman will take this offensive zone draw for Apollo. Against Steve Gregory, wins it off the draw. A shot by Melillo is saved by Davis. Now it's Steve Gregory with it, moving it for Cyan. Chipping it ahead in the direction of Paraschetti, but it's broken up by Andy. He's going the other way now. Steinberg has to turn back on it after the pressure by Altamar. Moving it is Steinberg. Now behind. Steinberg gets it back, works it up the wall for Paraschetti. He blows a tire, and it's turned over to Holman. Now Altamar a shot that's blocked by Paraschetti's stick. Here's Holman, working it up to Altamar. Block again by Paraschetti. Gregory works it underneath the Steinberg. Greyhounds having a tough time getting out of their own zone. DeVito now. Chips it ahead for Cyan. Cyan shot. This is just high, that left corner of the net. But they're still in business with Paraschetti putting it underneath. Steve Cyan out in front, and Andy Sticks able to poke it away. Now Steinberg bumped off by Kleckner. He got him up high, so there will be a penalty call coming up to Apollo. Donald Kleckner, the guilty party, an interference call. And they'll head to the power play. Will the Greyhounds. This ever so lethal power play. See Kleckner come in right here as Steinberg didn't have the ball on his stick. And he was able to get it away. Power play coming up. Corey Wilson has done a lot on this Greyhounds power play today and this season. They'll have to face a stout Apollo Hockey Club penalty kill, however. Now Henry with it, trying to put one through. It's off of Melillo. Melillo chips and sends it down the length of the floor where Davis will pick it up. Now Steve Gregory. Gregory tries to pass it over to Wilson, but it's picked off by Brennan Krause, who will make a run at things now. 1:05 to go on this power play. Krause all by himself and his offensive end. Wheeled off the ball by Gregory and Henry, however. Now it's Malloy going the other way, finding Archambault off the side. Archambault also scored a power play goal earlier. Back up to the top for Steve Gregory. Gregory looking, passing to Henry. Henry doing the same over to Archambault. Looking on the far side for Wilson. Back for Gregory, a shot wide of the net. Archambault tries to get it back to Malloy, rather Henry, and it's cleared out by Kwasny, and Caden Wysong is pursuing. 25 seconds left on this power play, and the Greyhounds are able to get it away. They might have some numbers up the floor. It's Wilson. Back down for Malloy. Going slowly now, 10 seconds left on this power play. It's Wilson with it. Now Malloy again. 4 seconds left. Back up for Carnevale. And Malloy, penalties killed. Callahan will join the play now as Corey Wilson has it behind the net. Greyhound still has some offensive zone time, looking front. Henry, pad save by Carter. Going the other way now, Kwasny and Callahan. Callahan on the rush, shot wide of Davis. Now back up go the Greyhounds, and they'll go for a change, and Apollo will slow things down with Hilliard. Hilliard in behind. Chipping one up for Holman. Brett Holman stepping in, looking, passing towards the middle, and Carnevale's stick gets out there and knocks it away. Now Morrow up the other side. Morrow in on the forecheck. Bakunowicz is there for Apollo. Stolen away by Griffin. Now it comes all the way back out. Consalvo, a shot is tipped. It's in loose in front in the crease, and it's underneath Carter. Miller had a whack at it, and it stays out. 1-1 score, 2:40 left in the second period. After some chaos in front of Andrew Carter of Apollo. We'll take a look at it here. Carter on his back, able to keep it under the pads as the Greyhounds were surrounding the net looking to take the lead. Offensive zone draw for the Greyhounds. Now DeVito puts one towards the net. It's taken out by Holman. Entered into the zone by Apollo, but taken away quickly by DeVito. DeVito working things up off of Miller. Now Jared Spear works one up the boards, and it goes all the way back down. It's going to be icing against Apollo. As DeVito was taking his time getting back on that ball, it'll be an offensive zone faceoff for the Greyhounds. It's the line of Steve Gregory, Steve Cyan, and Brendan Paraschetti. Persichetti gets it off the draw, puts it in front. It's off of Cyan's stick, and Brett Holman finds it. Now Cyan whips one wide of the net. Spears able to get to it. Now Gregory for the Greyhounds. Works it back to the point for Archambault. Slap shot there, doesn't get through, and stolen away by Tommy Tedesco. Back the other way they come. Wysong waiting for his man to get off the bench, works it up top instead for Spear. And they'll go into the corner for Matt Altamar. Altamar comes out of the corner, tries to hit Wysong, but it finds a stick of Cyan instead, and is chipped away for Cody Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth, Malilo getting back, shot on net, rebound is knocked away, and it'll go all the way back down the rink for an icing call with 1:20 to go here in period number 2, a 1-1 score. Offensive zone draw for the Greyhounds. 1-1, the score. Wilson controls off the draw. Goes behind the net. Comes back out in front of the backhand. It goes wide. Carter never saw it. Malloy puts one there, but it hits the side of the net. Now it's lifted back out by Apollo and all the way back down. That won't go for icing as neither Greyhound was running after it, and Altamar's first on it for Apollo. They come back out. Callahan shoots over the net. Now Henry lifts one the other way. That'll maybe end up icing, but Andes gets to it first for Apollo. Brennan Krause now working one far side for Malilo. 42 seconds left in the second period now as Nick Phillips is on it. Callahan, Apollo looking to gain the zone. They will with Malilo. Callahan streaking towards the net. The shot from Malilo is sticked into the corner by Davis. Now Carnevale on it. Flipping it up for Wilson. Might have a break on the right side. Wilson, the shot goes off the blocker of Carter, and Wilson is down behind the play. 17 seconds left in this period. They're still working the Greyhounds in the offensive zone as Wilson gets back to his feet. Now Nick Phillips flips one up, and it goes out of play with 8 seconds left on the clock here in the second period. Take a look at that chance from Corey Wilson. He had it there, and then he was tripped up. The stick of Brennan Krause got into the legs. Was certainly accidental, but no call there as Wilson ended up on the floor. He's still there. As Wilson walks off. Wilson's gonna stay on the rink here as there's 8 seconds left in period 2. Set up at the right point position. This face-off is one back, and Callahan might have a break. 5 seconds left to go in the period. Callahan on a breakaway. The stick by Henry knocked it away. Shot back on Davis is no good. And they had a chance at the end of period 2, but we're still tied going into the final period of regulation. No goals in the second period. We'll be back in a minute. Watch the conclusion of this men's elite final game between the Apollo Hockey Club and the Greyhounds.
From the beginning of time, men and women have been friends, family, but yet rivals as well. Some of the most epic battles have been fought from the North to the South Pole and anywhere in between. As time flies, battles have transformed themselves into sports. Yet, the fundamentals remain the same, with lighter shields and a different type of sword. But evolution is clever. It introduces new rules but keeps one thing intact: adrenaline. So it's with honor and pride that we present to the world all of the above into one sport. Hockey ball, the game born in the North that can be played from the mountains to the ocean, and from America to Europe, all the way to the land of the rising sun. Napper. Anyone, anywhere.
TickPick had tickets so cheap, it actually got me out to a day game. Mrs. Claus thought I was at the North Pole Supermart. Nah, I hit checkout on these ticks faster than a sleigh on turbo mode. Girl's gonna lose it.
TickPick. Mythical fans, real savings.
His Instagram handle is Noseface, and that's what they call him. Corey Wilson, who's won 3 Chicklets Cups with the Spittin' Chicklets crew, and he is as tenacious as a player gets in men's elite ball hockey. He has been that good for the Greyhounds in this tournament. The Greyhounds would not be in this final if not for him. One more period to go in regulation between the Greyhounds and the Apollo Hockey Club now. Anthony DeFilippo on the call. This has been the case all day long. JT Volpe joined me up here in the booth for the women's final. But he's on the floor right now with the ball in the corner. Volpe turns out, puts it down low for Chavez. Chavez carries behind the net. Offensive zone time for the Apollo early in this period. Now Volpe spinning, finds RJ Gibbs. Gibbs looks, Griffin keeping him to the outside, over for Chavez. No clear shot. Chavez has the backhand one wide. Now it's Gibbs, stolen away by Griffin. Back the other way come the Greyhounds. Here they come with Hofstrom. He has Kilcourse. Kilcourse, a shot. He missed the top corner of the net. Now they're looking up. A penalty call coming up. And the Greyhounds will end up on the power play. As a penalty upcoming, we'll take a look at that chance from Jordan Kilcourse right now. There it is. But Apollo's going to the box. And the Greyhounds have a chance here with 9 minutes to go in regulation to uneven the score. I believe a too many men penalty was called here, which was what plagued the Orcas in the women's game. The Angels were able to tie it up. Here it's already a tie score, 1-1. This would put the Greyhounds ahead. Now Corey Wilson loses the face-off, and Malilo's able to clear all the way down to begin this power play. Caden Wysong applying heavy pressure. Here's Steve Gregory. Looking to set things up. Goes in with Archambault. They get the line. Malilo backtracking on it. It's Malloy. on him, and Andes is able to steal it away and clear down the length of the floor. 30 seconds already gone on this power play. No chances for the Greyhounds yet. First ever men's elite championship. Who's going to win it? Ahead for Henry. He didn't see it. Malloy's got it now. He puts it wide. Andy's blocked it off. 43 seconds left to go in the power play. Now they set it up. It's Archambault. Now Gregory at the top. Gregory winds, fires wide of the net, comes off the end boards lively, but hits the back of the net. Now it's Wilson behind. Wilson for Malloy up top. Finds Consalvo, and Gregory will wind. Pass off for Henry. He'll shoot. Missed the top corner. It's Consalvo now at the right point. Consalvo winds. Now Gregory fires it wide. 11 seconds on this power play. Here's Henry. Down low for Malloy. Back to Henry. 2 seconds and 1. Penalties killed. Still some zone time here as Henry's got it. He shoots. Blocked by Malilo. Another shot. Hops over the net off a stick. Now Consalvo putting it out in front. Hops into Carter's vicinity. And he's able to cover up with 7:19 to go here in period number 3. A 1-1 score in the men's final. Andrew Carter keeping it that way. Jake Miller will take this offensive zone draw against Brennan Krause, who's been good in the circle today. Krause wins it back, but Parachetti's right there. Persichetti works, Spears on it now. Persichetti steals it away. Back for Consalvo. Salvo winds up, takes a step in around Callahan on the backhand and works it underneath. Tommy Tedesco trying to swipe it further. He does for Kleckner, and it's backhanded out to safety. And out of play after Consalvo tries to work it back into the Greyhound zone. So whistle with 6:48 to go here in period number 3. What a men's final this has been. It's the Apollo Hockey Club who came into this weekend as the #1 team. They ended up as the 2 seed and the 4 seed Greyhounds. DeVito's there on it. Now they work it back in, and Steinberg has got the ball. Behind it's Miller, now on the rush. Left wing, Miller backhand pass in front. It misses everybody, and Phillips got it. Up the wall, Bakunowicz keeps. And DeVito's on it, the back check coming from Phillips, and he turns it over to Callahan, feeling the pressure. Callahan, shoulder save made by Davis. That was close. Now Phillips in the corner. Phillips looking for Hilliard, the cutter. Now Callahan, a shot, it goes wide. Nick Phillips puts it back in front, and Davis makes a great save on an opportunity from Connor Callahan. And we get a whistle with 6:02 to go in the third. 1-1 tie score. Here's the save by Davis. Callahan has the opportunity. Nick Phillips has played a fantastic game for this Apollo Hockey Club. And we remain equalized at 1-1. Into the corner it goes. It's Cody Hollingsworth. Hollingsworth looks, one hands it up the wall, and gets it deeper off the give and go. Now it's Hollingsworth in the corner. Finds it there to Hofstrom. Out in front was Hollingsworth. No one home. Altamar is racing after it now with Archambault. Griffin. Back to Archambault. Altamar applying light pressure. Not really forcing Archambault's hand. 5:26 to go in the third period. And now Griffin tries to work it ahead for Hofstrom. Here he comes. Break on the left side. A shot. Carter has trouble with it initially, blocked it with the glove and covered up before Jacob Morrow could reach the crease. 5:17 to go. Period number 3. The opportunity there from Hofstrom was stopped. Now they'll bring the big boys back on for the Greyhounds. Wilson, Malloy, and Mike Henry. Wilson and Caden Wysong. Wysong wins it to the wall. Wilson's on it with Malilo. Wilson wins it away. Behind the net he goes. Wysong's on it hard. There's Malloy. Mike Malloy looking. And it's taken away by Malilo, who will look to chip up the wall. Carnevale's right there. And Malloy's able to steal it away for the Greyhounds. To Consalvo, who chips it in with Carnevale. Now Malilo back on it, taking their time. Greyhounds don't want to have a man back as Wilson is now running after it with 4.5 minutes left in the third. Turnover to Consalvo. He shoots off the blocker of Carter. Now Henry's got it. Over to Malloy, who sticks it down. Shot there, goes wide, it's blocked. And Andes has it behind. Moves it up for Altamar. They have some room. Kleckner, the shot is blocked off by Davis, and it goes into the corner where Altamar's got it. Now Brett Holman, he shoots, and it's wide. And Corey Wilson knifes it ahead and out of play. And a whistle with 3:58 to go in the third period. Still a tied score, under 4 minutes to go in regulation. Take a look at this earlier attempt on Davis. That one, ooh, just went wide. Davis' glove may have even gotten a piece of it. Great replays all weekend long from our behind the net ISO cameras. Now DeVito, Persichetti, it eludes his stick, and it will go all the way back down for icing. An offensive zone faceoff coming up for Apollo. .346 to go in regulation, the first ever men's final. Murraysville Sports Zone in Murraysville, Pennsylvania, getting the responsibilities of hosting this weekend. They've done a great job. Steve Cyan works that out. Persichetti coming forward. Good stick by Andes, and it works it out as far as DeVito. Callahan battling with him there and winning it. Here comes Connor Callahan. Up into the netting, and it drops in, stays in play. Steve Gregory gets it away. Gregory on the rush, cuts up the middle, shoots in on Carter. It's a rebound there, a lively one, and will blow a whistle. As Gregory was driven into Carter, and a whistle will blow. The faceoff stays low. How about the captain, Steve Gregory? Tore his Achilles less than a year ago, and he's back here in this tournament. Steve Gregory making sure Andrew Carter's all good. See no ill intent behind that rush. Just hurtling towards the net. The center and captain of this Greyhounds team. 3:21 to go. Persichetti wins it back to Archambault. There's a shot there, score! Steve Cyan! A lively hop off the end wall on a shot by Archambault. And the Greyhounds, with 3:16 to go in regulation, have taken the lead, 2-1. The Greyhounds just 3 minutes, 16 seconds away from winning the first ever NBHL Men's Elite Championship. We've talked about these end boards being so lively all weekend long. And Steve Cyan, the latest beneficiary. And it gives the Greyhounds a lead for the first time in this game. Can't ask for a couple of better championship games. Still some time on the clock for Apollo Hockey Club to tie it. They'll send out the Nick Phillips line, who's looked the best in this game for them, along with Kleckner and Wysong. Working it up now is Miller, has a chance, and on the backhand stop by Carter. Now Morrow there with Griffin. Tries to spin it underneath, and Spear puts it up the wall, kept in by Hollingsworth. And on Carter, he'll try to drop it behind the net, but think better of it. Holds it, melts it down, 2-1. The Greyhounds lead with 2:55 left on the clock. Here it is again. Persichetti gets it back to Archambault. The shot and the score on the backhand is Cyan outmuscled Andes on that far post. Now Hollingsworth pushes it over to Archambault. Down for Griffin, spins one in front, and Spear is able to get it out. Now they move in with Miller. Griffin and Miller there, and Spear steals it away again on the wall. Nick Phillips has it. He's able to work it out. Caden Wysong running in. Consalvo does a good job to bat that one out of the air, and Andes is coming now. They gain the zone, 4-on-3. They had coming back the other way, but now Andes circles out of the corner. It's Corey Wilson running it up. Head of steam on the left side. Here comes Corey Wilson. Circle behind the net now. 2 minutes to go in this game. Wilson will just put it behind the net. Smart play from him. He has Mike Henry there, as the Greyhounds will look to play the possession game. 1:56 to go in regulation, as Apollo will double the ball. Malilo fighting behind the net with Phillips. Andy's looking on. 3 Greyhounds, 2 Apollo players. Phillips still battling for it there. A little miscommunication with Altamar, and it goes back down lower for Henry. 90 seconds to go in regulation now. Malilo chases Henry around the net. Carnevale on it. Now Henry looks towards the front. Phillips gets it away for Callahan. Making a run now are the Apollo Hockey Club. And it's broken up, and Steve Cyan, who had that goal just a couple minutes ago, with 1:14 left on the clock now, really getting into crunch time. 70 ticks left for Apollo to tie this game. Making a run is Hilliard. Now Callahan, and it's pushed back out by Persichetti. It'll go all the way back down. Icing called, and the Greyhounds are contesting. And I believe they will win this contest, as the face-off is due to come back to center. Jim Dougherty of Apollo Hockey Club has been vocal all weekend long, specifically today, and the face-off will end up back in deep in the Greyhound zone. The Greyhounds were contesting that it had deflected off a stick. Timeout by Apollo Hockey Club. They've done this a couple times. Wait till you get right to the face-off circle and call it. Now this game coming down to the bitter end. This is huge for Apollo. They have 58 seconds left. A somewhat tired group out there right now for the Greyhounds. And it was the Greyhounds that scored the go-ahead goal with Steve Cyan off an end boards bounce. A shot that had missed from Archambault. And we're going to take a look at the goals so far. Phillips began the scoring for the Apollo Hockey Club. Then it came back the other way, and the Greyhounds were able to score off a face-off play. It was Corey Wilson who got the last touch on that ball. He's been great for the Greyhounds. And then Steve Cyan right there, a play in a goal off a shot from Archambault that I just described. Steve Cyan, a player who was on the bronze medal team last year in Switzerland, has also played at the USA national level in 2022 and 2019. No stranger to big goals. Net empty for the Apollo Hockey Club. And before the faceoff, we'll have a discussion from the referees about something. Making sure they have everything in line. Potentially 58 ticks away from winning the first ever men's elite division champion. Shot off the draw there from Callahan is blocked away by Persichetti. Cyan's going to be the one to track it down, has the net empty. Callahan's stick just got in there. Wow, what a play from him. Cyan had a wide open cage, and Krause's got it with 43 ticks left. Putting it in is Andes. Chasing after it, Gregory's first on it. Now Cyan has it on the wall. Having to get back, Persichetti running with him, but Cyan scores! Steve Cyan, 2 goals in this game, and the Greyhounds, the number 4 seed coming into the morning, are going to be the team to walk away with the first ever men's elite championship win. Here in Murraysville, Pennsylvania, the empty net was coming for the Apollos, and Cyan, with his speed, was able to put it into the net and ice this game. "28 ticks will play on, and what a season it was for the Apollo Hockey Club as Malilo moves in. Carter will stay in the net, and Miller will run it down. Brandon Kwasny on his back. 12 seconds left. Here's Kwasny. Miller killing off the remaining time on the clock. And Matt Altamar will carry it up as the final ticks go off. And the Greyhounds have won the 2025 Men's Elite Championship here in the NBHL. 2 goals by Steve Cyan in the game. That was the difference.